Mike Nienhuis with the Morgan County Sheriff's Office. You're all here in reference to Brian Adkison being in custody. At roughly 2:15 this afternoon, the Sheriff's Office was called to a residential burglary down off of Proctor Road in Morgan County. While securing the residence to investigate the burglary, Mr. Adkison was taken into custody without incident. He is held at the Morgan County Jail for burglary second degree with no bond. Everybody knows last night, well actually it was the night before, we had a manhunt for Mr. Adkison that involved 19 different departments, 3 different SWAT teams, helicopters, dogs, and unfortunately he got out of our perimeter somehow. I talked to Mr. Adkison on the way to the jail, and he stated that he ran from that residence to the one that I found him in that night. That's roughly 4 miles as the crow flies through the woods. He was out of the boat at around the 68-mile marker and was found roughly in the 40-mile marker area. So if you go by water, that's 28 miles. So I will start taking questions, and I'm pretty sure I didn't answer them all.
You said it was a residential burglary call. Was the resident inside or were they outside when they called you?
The residence was actually just purchased by some people who live in the Ivy Bend area. They're fixing it up as a rental home. The female owner arrived at the house to do some work to it, noticed the window broke out, called her husband called us. I went there to investigate the burglary and encountered Mr. Adkison.
So what are the charges?
Charges of burglary, second degree, felony, and his bond is no bond.
Did he shed any light on his actions, why he ran?
The only thing he told me was the charges that they have on him are bogus, and I explained to him that running definitely helped his cause.
How have those phone calls from area residents, making reports of seeing something suspicious or even, maybe possibly spotting the suspect, how have those phone calls helped in the investigation?
In a department our size, we have 11 road officers. We rely a lot on the community, and we took every call that the people called us with like if it was him. Even if we knew it was completely out of the area he was at, we still ran it just like it was him. So without those calls, we'd have never caught him.
How vital was the cooperation? You mentioned 19 different agencies. Talk a little bit about how all of you work together to find this person.
Most of the departments that are on the list are all small departments like us, and we work very closely with most of them. Cole County and the Highway Patrol brought all of the big tools that we didn't have at our disposal, and without those two, I don't think any of this could have been done. But those little departments, those 2, 3, 4 guys, when all of our staff had been out for 25 to 30 hours and needed to get home to get rest from checkpoints, those guys filled in just perfectly. None of this would have happened without them. We have literally ran Mr. Adkison since Monday, and he was tired, and he was tired of running.
Now speak a little bit more about your strategy, how you were trying to narrow.
When it all started, we thought we had a real good perimeter on him when the Water Patrol put him on land at the 68-mile marker. Come to find out, shortly after he went into the woods, he was out of our perimeter. We did not know that, but we still ran it as he was in there. Yesterday, the rest of the manhunt, we literally went house to house, street to street, and we searched real close to 1,000 residences, either occupied or unoccupied, barns, outhouses, sheds, well houses, anything that could house a person got searched, either by regular uniformed officers, highway patrolmen, SWAT teams, anybody that was certified to carry a firearm was searching houses. And that was very vital, so we knew we had pushed him out of the area.
Can you speak a little bit about your first contact and what that conversation was like?
First contact, I think he was as surprised to see me as I was to see him. I actually just caught the corner of his elbow when I was going into a dark room. I ordered to see his hands. He put them up, ordered him to get down. He went down. Only thing he ever said was to me was, "Please don't shoot me." And I obliged him.
All week long you described him as armed and dangerous. Did he have any type of weapons on him?
When I got him, He had a pair of shorts on and flip-flops. That was it.
No shirt?
No shirt, nothing. He had a pair of shorts and flip-flops. I don't know where the armed and dangerous part come from. That might have been from the Boone County Sheriff's Office or Caldwell County from another incident they had with him. I have no idea. But when I dealt with him, he was not armed.
How long is he going to be here in custody in Morgan County before, I mean, as you've already alluded to, there's other counties that have charges on him as well. How long will he be here?
He'll be here until he's done with court. The other counties that have charges on him, they can writ him out and come get him, and then they will return him when they're done with him.
What's the type of response when you guys were going house to house searching for the suspect? What's the type of response or the feeling you got from residents when you knocked on their door?
There was definitely a sign of concern when you take small lake communities that don't see a whole lot of police presence, and then you have literally blocked off their whole part of the neighborhood, and they can't come or go without talking to policemen. There was a little tension there, but I think overall those people knew we were there for the good of them, and we did everything we could to make sure that they felt safe in their homes, and I think that proved out today.
So what's your message to the residents now?
I appreciate all of their help. They can not lock the doors tonight if they don't want to like they used to, and they can sleep good tonight because Mr. Atkinson is in custody.
How rare is this